Well, hello, Libras. Welcome. This is Patty with an empath that is doing your intuitive reading for the, what is it? The 15th through the 19th through the 25th. Wow. It's been one of those weeks, let me tell you. So we're doing the 19th through the 25th. You're my first one of the day, so we're fresh and ready to go. For people that are brand new, as far as intuitive reading, you'll find it's a very different reading. If things don't begin to resonate with you, hold on, because there's so many energies that come through, spirits or vibrations that come through. There's many different energies through one reading, so bear with that. Also, too, just for you people that are actually on my subscribe list, there is an empath live video coming up on next Saturday at 9 a.m. If you'd like to jump in, and you're very welcome to, if you want to share, or if you have any questions about empath abilities, or if you feel like you have some awakenings coming on, that's what that live presentation is for, on the 24th at 9 a.m. Pacific Coast here in Oregon. I can't speak this morning. And then also I do dailies now every morning. You guys, I post them probably about 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning of dailies. Those energies are for about 1 minute is what it is for your day of inspiration, and hopefully to get you started. And then now I have a Facebook group. You're very welcome to join that. That's just a place to hang out, say hello, let me know who's all out there, and hopefully when we grow as a channel and I get more subscribers, I'll come on like for an hour once a week, and you guys have a chance to interact. So let's get started. These energies are for the 19th through the 25th for Libras. We already have one energy out. These energies, I'm going to tell you right now, these last 2 weeks, the energies have been stuck. And because the planets are moving so slowly. Mars in its retrograde still. Mercury's in its coming into its retrograde, if it is already in there. I think it's actually started already. And then we also have Pluto and Saturn, and there's a whole bunch of different things going on that I'm seeing patterns of keeping everything sort of stuck. So don't be surprised if some of these cards and energies come out as being similar to last week's or the week before's. I just can't make it up. I don't know what's going on other than that. Watching the astrologers who do it and everything through the end of the month. And we're coming to the end of the month where the blue moon is on the 31st. I'll be doing a reading about that right after the empath one. But I'll be doing that in the week, and that'll be alive as well. But the blue moon is also considered a hunter's moon. It used to be called a blood moon because of the harvest season, and I'll go into that during there. It was changed. The pagans changed it, and they began to call it the hunter's moon because it was a little too descriptive, I guess. Who knows? So let's see what the other two energies are for the week. Well, I didn't have to do that again. Oh my gosh, really? Oh, Libras, if you would only know my week of readings. Okay, so we have the first card out, encouragement. Now, if anybody's out there already, let me know if I did this last week, because it seems like I'm repeating myself with all the signs. So we have encouragement, and then that's the number 9, which means intensity. So it really is intensifying that we need encouragement. Also, we need to encourage others, lift them up, lift their vibrations up, lift their energies up. So this encouragement is not only for us, but for maybe people around you, because there's not enough of that going on right now. Right? So then our second card out is Into the Unknown. And the Into the Unknown is all about potential and ambition. I said I can talk today. But it's all about ambition. And the thing is, too, when we are excited about something. We get nervous about something. So we're uncertain. So there might be anxiety, a little panic. That's to be expected. That's I do also life coaching and balance coaching, health coaching, that kind of stuff. And it just seems like the resilience is not there to stick through something with a lot of people, especially if it's not known. It's like, I don't know if I want to do that. And then fear takes in. So during this week, somebody needs to be encouraged to move forward and not allow fear. This was, I think, in today's daily reading, 1 minute reading, or yesterday's, but it's almost the exact same thing. But the thing is, we have to work through the fears, because once we work through the fears, how many times have you ever said, well, it wasn't that bad. It's just not as bad as I thought. That kind of thing. And then we realize that we can actually do more than what we could. I even posted that, I think, on my Instagram. If you have Instagram, go to Divine Warrior Intuitive. And there's a big, powerful elephant. And this man in Africa is actually probably its handler. But this tiny little man had so much power over this massive, beautiful, beautiful picture. So if you go have Instagram, Facebook, or anything like that, Divine Warrior Intuitive, look at that picture. It is just so powerful. We have that inside of us. We have that inside of us. Speaking of elephants, listening. So we need to listen and hear this week, Libras, about not only listening to other people, but listening to our inner self and what we need to do to encourage ourselves and move forward with the progression that we have for our calling and our purpose. I lower my shoulders. Boy, there's some energy in here. Just so very excited. Maybe it wants to come through. But this is all about learning and listening, not only to others, but ourselves, because that's where the balance and the peace comes in. If you look at this, and it's a number 8, number 8's about rewards and progress. But if you really look at these two little birds on each end of the elephant, they're really singing, and the elephant's listening. He's at peace, he's at balance. And that's fine for the elephant. And that's where we need to be able to get in balance. And that's why I teach Get Balance 2020, because it's first about spirit, then about mind, then about body. People have it all backwards. And I'll tell you the reason why I know this, not only from college education, but experience. I've always been a little bit heavier, but when I went into bodybuilding, competing, I was 215 pounds 1 year. The next year I was 136 pounds on stage. And then what happened was I thought I had to transform my body first, but it wasn't. I had to transform my spirit, and then my mind, and then my body. Took years. It took me a year to get on stage to compete. 215 to 136 pounds 1 year on stage, competing as a bodybuilder. But the thing is, what I learned is, through all this process, it isn't about your body first. You're going to lose the weight. It's going to come back on. You have to get right with here, and you have to get right with here. That's what this is going to be talking about. I'll almost guarantee it. Yep, an offering. We have the Ace of Pentacles first out. There is a doorway. If you look at the bottom there, a gate, doorway, or going into a garden, or actually you're going from the garden out. So you're going out to the unknown. So this area here is very safe and protected. And now the Pentacles, how it has to do with career, has to do with study, has to do with money, has to do with that kind of thing. So you're in a protected area. You're safe. You're fine with it. But now maybe something about your income is asking you to go above or beyond, or out into the area that you've never ventured before. And that's where it's scary for someone. Now, this may not resonate with you. Like I said, as an intuitive reader, there's going to be a lot of energies that keep coming through. So for someone, this might resonate with them. But it'll keep changing. I don't know how many people I have in one room half the time. For someone else, it has to do with a connection of someone from the past. So this is a connection that is Safe now. Thank you. Thank you. So what this connection is of someone from the past that you've known, you're comfortable with, you're you really get along like besties kind of thing. But what I'm being told is that somebody is also too, it's a give and take. There seems to be a real even give and take. But in this relationship for this next week and into the unknown, somebody's got to put the brakes on for this energy to happen. The reason why is somebody's in an emotional relationship with someone. And what that means is you're making it easy, or the other person is making it easy for them to just come and go as they please. And it's at the other person's expense, because the other person's expense wants to have a relationship. Whether it's with them or not, I don't know. But the thing is, if it is with this other person, they're just being selfishly used for their emotional relationship. So the give and take is sort of being split a little bit now. I mean, the relationship's good, but it's like, you know what? I really want more from this. And they're like, you know what? You're just safe. You're somebody safe to talk to. You're somebody, I can spill the beans with, and you're always there. It's almost like that teddy bear in the corner. Now, I know Tony Gaskins uses this in mentoring. It's a teddy bear in the corner where you can take that teddy bear out, hold it, cuddle it, love it. You even want to throw it against the wall or whatever you want to do with it. And then when you're all done with it, you go put it back in the corner again. That's what this relationship is. It's called an emotional relationship. And it will hinder you and hold you. There's boundaries that need to be set with this relationship. And that's the fear factor in that. Somebody's encouraging, as far as has a friend saying, hey, you know what? They're just using you. Hey, you know what? They're in an emotional relationship with you. It's never going to go anywhere. So you need to put brakes on it. I'll give you another example too, is that I'm a woman. If I have a friend relationship with a male, then we are friends. We don't talk about sex. We don't talk about relationships. We don't talk about his girlfriend. We don't talk about that kind of stuff. And you're saying to me, well, you're supposed to be his friend. But there are boundaries that you have to put. If he's flirting and being flirtatious and they have a girlfriend, or they don't even want to be girlfriend, boyfriend, then there has to be boundaries set for whoever that is. I don't know who that is. So, because then they're getting all the benefits, and that's selfish, and you're getting nothing. That's not love. That's selfishness. That's probably a grown boy or a grown girl, and not a grown man or a grown woman. So that's for a different energy. So we have already two energies. One about work. I think you need to go through probably another door. There's another level. Let's put it that way. There's another level for somebody to go through. So this listening has to do with, for the work, you have to listen to, your heart. If you're planning on moving a job, going to a different level like management, you want to grow in a company, maybe you're entry level, maybe this is a new job and you're just trying to think about, hey, should I keep doing this job? For some of you, those that are young, taking a job over school, sometimes you have to do that, but it also can get you stuck. So having to leave that job to finish school or go to school, that is moving into the unknown. Again, it's like, am I gonna spend all this money for college? Am I gonna spend and then I come out with no job? That's the scary part of the unknown. That's what that's talking about. But it's also exciting because it's your passion of what you want to do. And there needs to be encouragement for that. You have to have somebody there in your corner to uplift you in anything that you do. I hope that makes sense. Boy, there's energies and people coming through like crazy this morning. What is it, Saturday? Don't they know it's supposed to have time off? Okay, so we have the Two of Swords. Again, this is something that's undecisive. Somebody is fearful to move and make a decision. Somebody is, and it could be for the work. It could be for this emotional relationship. It could be something of that. We also have, and then also too is about partnership and balance. And again, we're talking about balance all the time. So, and then we have the 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands is, now this can go two ways for either one of these energies, is that the 10 of Wands is either carrying the full burden. Now, if you're in this emotional relationship and you're beginning to wonder if that person is ever going to want you, that why you are the safe person, then you feel like you're carrying the burden and it's not balanced. Set your boundaries. For the person who is actually looking for work or school or anything to do with money or monetarily, you have to understand that you don't have to carry the burden of that. There's so many resources out there that you need to be Googling and searching and doing that kind of thing when it's in relation to money. There are the resources out there. And the more you learn about those resources for yourself, that scariness of the unknown, that fear is going to filter away, but that excitement is going to grow. I have a gnat. It keeps flying around. I think my plants are getting gnats. I don't know how to get rid of them. I've changed the soil. I've done everything, and the gnats just will not go away. I don't know what it is. And my house is clean. My house is clean. All right. So let's see here, whatever that is. So let's go through. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Oh dear. Let me see if there's any more cards going to come out with this one. So we have the 9 of Wands. Again, remember the 9 is intensity. We have definitely intensity here of the 9 of Wands. We have the 10 of Wands first, and then we have the 9 of Wands. 9 of Wands is like, okay, I've been through everything now. I've gone through life. And then again, don't forget, we have the 9 in encouragement as well. So these two cards almost need to go hand in hand. And the reason why is the 9 of cards, the 9 of Wands is all about a negative outlook in thinking. And the way that I mean that is they've gone through battles. We all have scars, but this 9 of Wands, their scars are much bigger than everybody else's. They're not, but it's the processing mindset that this 9 of Wands is going through. So the reason why these have to go together is that somebody out there who has that mindset of, I hate to say it, a pity party or look at me, woe is me, that kind of thing. They need encouragement to change their mind thought process. I don't know who this is for, to a more positive, more productive, more energy lifting, more vibration lifting type of thought process. And they're actually really going to need lots of encouragement, but for whatever Libra that is, they're going to need to really begin to learn to listen, because they're not listening. They're just making a lot of noise. Do you ever have a friend like that they're just blah, 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 making a lot of noise and they're not really paying attention to anybody else because it's all about me kind of thing? That's sort of this energy of this person. So we have 3 energies here now, and I don't know who that's for. Let's see what more Divine wants to share, or whoever's on the other side wants to share. Because listening is going to be a key. Let me tell you, the end of the month of October, you're going to have, I'm going to say around the 25th to the 30th, there's going to be some like big news. I don't know what it is. I just have this feeling and this energy. I don't know what it is. My daughter, it drives her nuts. She goes, Mom, you always say this, and then you don't say what it is. And I'm like, well, I can't because I don't know. I just know something big is coming. Like when coronavirus, I knew that was coming. As soon as it started, I knew all that was going to happen in forward. As soon as something happens, it's not like, oh, well, there you already know. No, it's like it sets the seed in place, and then the ball begins to roll, that you begin to have all this knowledge come out, this wisdom, just like, okay, this is what's going to happen. You know, it's all going to be planes. It's all going to be this. It's all going to, and I'm like, oh, wow, okay, that's a lot. So by the time 3 months passes, I already knew everything that was going to happen. That's how my empath stuff works. And so I know that between the 25th and the 30th, something really huge is going to come out. I don't know what it is. I just know that everybody's going to be a blown away moment kind of thing. So I'm hoping it's good. I'm hoping it's good. But there is. And the energies of the planets are saying that. Mars retrograde saying that. We've got Mercury retrograde saying that. And there's, I listened to some other astrologers and they're saying the same thing. So I don't know what it is. So be ready between the 25th and 30th. Something's going to kaboom. Not kaboom, kaboom, but some news is going to explode. Surprising news. All right. So let's see what else we got going. So whoever this pity party is that's doing this, or woe is me, my problems are bigger than your problems, you don't understand, and I'm just going to keep making excuses. That person does need to have some help in encouraging that their thought process is wrong, that it's unhealthy, it's not productive. And again, that they need to keep moving forward in a more positive manner. They need to listen. And this person who is there for them, that is there for them, who's been there for them for years, they're getting really tired of the woe is me stories. I don't know who that's for. But this person has a lot of energy for this week. So I think this is the heaviest energy for somebody, because this can go all kinds of ways. They're like, look at me. They started out with this one here with the two of swords. Look at me. I don't know how to make a decision. I've got so many burdens on my shoulders. I just, I've got more than everybody else. And then, you know what? I need to just share it with everybody, because it's almost like I need to be a drama mama. And the person who is standing there and is about ready to walk away and say, you know what? I can't do this anymore. You're just too negative. You're too toxic. You're that kind of thing. But remember, if you ever do leave somebody like that, lift them up before you go. I do that a lot. Even my one girlfriend, she does it to me all the time. She'll leave, come back. Leave, come back. And I'll say, you know what? My arms are open like Jesus. You want to come back, you come back. Because it's just a brokenness. They don't know how to healthy, wise make decisions, and how to argue, how to agree to disagree, how to grow up. Justice is the next card out. And then we have the Knight of Wands. Lots of wands here. So lots of communication. And again, that would be typically because we have encouragement and listening. And in the middle of that, somebody's afraid. So you're going to have to communicate. You're going to have to talk. Somebody is living in fear so much that it's stifling them. I don't know who that's for, but it's stifling them. There is someone out here, different energy. Now we got 3 or 4 energies. Somebody out there is going to have, they're in some type of paperwork. They're in a paperwork of maybe some type of contract, some kind of signature to something, a decision that, like when you do your school, you have to sign for loans, you have to do that. You've signed for a house, you have to do that. Justice doesn't mean you're in trouble with the cops all the time. What it does mean is that there is something of very much importance. It could even be in a marriage certificate in a positive note. But it is coming towards you, and it's coming towards in signing. It's all going to be completed. It's all going to finish out okay, because the Knight of Wands is all about moving forward, but he's also understanding. He's an understanding and a little bit of passion. Whoops, wrong way. A little bit of passion. So when these papers come in, just make sure whatever it is, if it's a house, if it's school, if it's marriage, make sure all your ducks are in a row first. Don't just skip over the small print, especially if it's a divorce. Don't go skipping over the small print, because you might wind up realizing something later that you wished you would have known. Because you know what? I'm sorry. I've dealt with many lawyers, being a business owner and going through things. And they're in it for the money. They're in it for they don't care what you sign, how you sign it. If it's going to create more problems later, great, because they get paid more, kind of thing. So just know that not all. So if you're an attorney, don't come at me. But not all are that way, but majority of them are. All right, so we have the 10 of Cups, which is great. This is in here. What do we got? We got 24 minutes already. Dang it. So this is the 10 of Cups. It's already going to work out really good. And everything is going to come to work out the way that you want it to. Again, this is the 10 of Cups is about desire of the heart. This is about desire of what is what you want as a total package. And it's also for your mental health and everything like that. So I'm running a little over, but for those singles out there that want to do a love reading and see if there's anything coming towards you with love, I'm going to pull 3 cards and see what we have for anything coming for the singles. Because if there is no love in the reading itself, I can't pull that out of my behind, because this is the divine and whoever's coming through doing this. This isn't me. I'm just the conduit. So I'm just doing this to see if there's any love, if there's energies of love or relationships or what's happening out there for you. Ooh. Usually I pull 3 cards, but you know what? Holy Toledo. That's not funny. I guess there's no love. Oh my God. Unless my brother's around. He's a jokester. He likes to play jokes. All right. Knock them out of my hand or something. I've got to find somebody out there. I don't know about this. Our house is having, if anybody out there, Libra, knows anything, our house is having, and I've never come across this before, we have a spider web in the corner of a doorway. I know doorways are portals, but it's a spider web, but it's not there. It's a supernatural spider web, but it is now growing down my daughter's door. And it concerns me. I don't know if this is a positive light. I can't see. I'm audio. She's visual. And I'm like, and she goes, Mom, it's growing now. And there's like a doorknob in the center. And I'm like, I don't know. So I can't find anything on the internet about it. So if anybody knows anything about invisible spider webs or supernatural spider webs, that kind of thing, please hit me up or comment, because I need to know. She's had some darkness around her, so I just want to make sure it's light is what I want to make sure. So here we go. So High Priestess. So somebody possibly is coming to you or going away from you that has a lot of spiritual, well, they're not as spiritual as they used to be, put it that way. They were spiritual, but now they're away. Something has turned them away from being toward believing in a faith of the unknown. So somebody in relationship, like, you know what, screw that. I don't believe that. With all the stuff in the world, yeah, there's a lot of people turning people away from spirit. Then we have the Ace of Cup in reverse. So this person is, I'm sorry to say, more walking away than coming. Doesn't mean that they're not going to come back. Maybe they need to get their stuff together and understand, because they're questioning and doubting themselves. They're not believing in themselves, the truth. They're not believing in the truth. And so I think this person, whoever this is, if this is you, you might be walking away from somebody for a while because you're trying to get your head wrapped around the truth. And then if it's somebody coming towards you or someone that you know, again, they're having a spiritual struggle. So I'm sorry, it's not a love thing. Like I said, this isn't me. So it's somebody around you that needs to have some encouragement. They do definitely need somebody to listen to, but they need somebody more of a faith or spiritual or that kind of thing, a mentor, somebody to help them. So if that's you, great. If that's somebody that you need to show them to, that's great. Or if that's you, you know where to go. I'm right here. So, but there's always people around the world that can help you with anything spiritual. There's just depends, and be careful who you reach out to, though. All right. So that is the reading for Libras, and I appreciate everything. Whoever this pity party is, do not allow those boundaries anymore. It's enabling them to have them stop. Hey, you should really think about being more positive. Maybe you need some help, professional help or coaching or something like that to help you transform your mind into a different mindset. For the one with money, you're in fear of stepping through a door that's going to actually open up a lot of things for you. A lot of things for you. The other person that is having an emotional relationship, set your boundaries. You're the one to be the one that's going to lose if you're the one feeling like, hey, I really want a relationship. I don't want to just, fill you up and make you feel good. And if they're talking about sex and sexual stuff, that's not a friend. They've overstepped that boundary. So set those boundaries. Start setting those, lift each other up, do some listening, and then we'll see you next week. Now, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell, and you'll know when those dailies are 1-minute dailies. And then Empath on this coming Saturday, a week from today. So that'll be live at 9 o'clock. And then join my Facebook group. I would love to sit there and talk to you and say hello and hang out with everybody. And also, too, if I can help with any tools or tips, I do the dailies there. There's videos there and all that kind of stuff, too. So I hope you enjoy your rest of your week and weekend, and we'll see you on the 26th, I think it is. I might have my days off. I've got to triple check this. I need more coffee. Talk to you guys later. Thank you. Now, if you know anything about that spider web, let me know.